What's going on, everybody? Welcome to CS5 Unmasked. Today we're going to be making the Roy Burns Jason costume and mask from Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. And we're going to be doing this for around $25. Now I do understand that $25 isn't a whole lot of money to try to make a movie accurate costume with, but we're going to try our very best. So sit back and relax, and welcome to CS5's Cost Cut Costume Tutorials. Alright, let's take a look at what we need. So we're going to be needing a mask and a hood, along with some spruce green coveralls, and a pair of work boots. Now the work boots I already have, so I'm not going to be adding that to the cost. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the mask. Now I did pick up this mask on eBay for about $2, and since I'm going to be reusing the strap that came with the mask, I'm going to keep the top 3 snaps, but I'm going to be removing the bottom 2. Now this can be done with just a simple pair of pliers. Now once the bottom 2 snaps are removed, I'm going to go ahead and sand the mask. Now the sandpaper that I'm using I did pick up at the dollar store. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spray paint the mask. Now this is going to be a cheap can of Walmart spray paint that I picked up for about $1, but if I was thinking ahead, I would have just purchased a white mask so I wouldn't have to spray paint it to begin with. Now that the paint has dried, I'm going to apply the chevrons. Now I did pick these up from JDF Studios for around $1, but in a pinch, blue masking tape will work just as well. Now once we got the chevrons on, I'm going to go ahead and simulate paint chipping from the mask. Now I'm going to use 2 different kinds of blue here, and I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to be using equal parts China blue and 2 blue. Now by mixing these together, the color looks relatively close to the chevrons. Now I'm going to start off by just painting around the snaps to kind of show excessive wear, and on some parts around the mask. Now I did use lots of photos and videos to reference where the paint was actually chipping off. Alright, let's go ahead and age and weather the mask. Now I'm going to be using some diluted yellow paint to kind of give it that grimy, dingy look. And now I'm going to be using some diluted black paint to really make this mask look dingy. Now that the mask is complete, let's see about getting a hood. Now I really wanted to use a hood for this one, and not just a normal balaclava, so I'm actually going to be using the hood that I used in my Part 3 costume for this costume as well. Now I did pick this up on eBay for around $12. Now this particular hood was actually a latex mask of an old man, and I just cut out the face, and it seems to work relatively well. Okay, now that we got the mask and the hood, let's move to the coveralls. So normally I would actually stop at thrift stores or even stop at a yard sale to pick up some clothing for my costumes. Now I lucked out big time because I was able to find somebody on eBay that was selling a pair of green coveralls for about $5. Alright, now that we got the coveralls, let's go ahead and apply the damage. Now the look that I'm going for is actually going to be the barn scene at the end of the movie where he's received a bulk of the damage. We have the midsection hit from when Reggie hit him with the tractor, we have the left shoulder cut from when Pam hit him with the chainsaw, and we have the left inner thigh wound from when Tommy stabbed him from the ground. So I'm first going to mark out all 3 areas with the pencil and then proceed to cut them with a razor knife. Now, once all the cuts are made, you can either use the end of the razor knife to fray the edges, or a piece of sandpaper will do just fine. Now, being as these coveralls look relatively new, I would like to darken them up a little bit. So all I'm going to be doing is using instant coffee and warm water. Now coffee is actually a great staining agent when you want a piece of clothing to kind of look old or vintage. Now in this case, we're just trying to get a couple shades darker. So all I did is put instant coffee with warm water in a spray bottle, and I proceeded to saturate the coveralls. Now being as the coveralls themselves are not 100% cotton, I let my first initial coffee stain dry, and so I had to do several more applications. And overall it actually did look a bit darker. Alright, let's go ahead and add a little bit of blood seeping from the wounds. And I'm just going to mix a little bit of red and black together to produce the effect that I want. Now I'm just going to put it around the wounds and then adjust my color as I go. And for this case, I decided to add a little bit more black. Alright, I think we're ready to put it all together. Now here's a list of prices and items that I used for this particular costume, and as you can plainly see, it is in fact under $25. I'm extremely pleased on how well this costume actually turned out. Now if you guys have any suggestions for costumes you'd like me to make in the future, let me know down below. Alright everybody, this is CS5 signing out, and I hope to see you in the next video.